Hey guys, what's up? It's Ashley. Welcome to the Tired Witches podcast. I am here with my fabulous bestie co-host, Olivia, and we are here
Hi.
with a bonus episode. We talk a lot. We feel like we have a lot to say, and I think we're just kind of at the point now where a weekly Monday and a weekly live is just not enough.
Definitely not. And this is something we've been talking about doing for about 2 months now. We've wanted to do an episode like this, but you're tired witches, girls and gals and ghouls. We're all a little bit lazy, okay? And so while we talk about it, we get distracted easily with other things like sleep or gabbing to each
We
other
have
for 3 hours before
ADHD,
hitting the
okay?
record button.
We're
Uh,
trying. We
we are
try
attempting.
really hard.
So finally, we are sitting down to film a reading wrap up for you guys. This has been 3 hours in the making at this current point because we've been talking to each other. We were supposed to film 3 hours ago.
But this is why she's the best co-host, because we are friends first. She's honestly become like my sister.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off, seriously. We talk a lot, and a lot of the times, like in our Discord, people are like, hey, share it with us. We want to hear
Yeah.
some of your conversations.
Yeah.
But we do want to get into giving you guys monthly reading wrap-ups. Olivia and I have talked about this a lot. We really talked about it in our episode this week, our Devil's Night tier ranking. So if you have not checked out that episode yet and you love all things Devil's Night, please go give it a watch and a listen. We had
Yes.
so much fun. I will say that episode is not safe for fans of Alex Palmer and Rika Fain, so you might not want to run to that episode if
No.
they are your
Love
favorite
those two
characters.
characters.
Olivia, but I know for me, especially all of this year so far and all of last year, new releases are not hitting for me because we are not showing anymore. We're
Yeah.
telling. And I want the showing. Give me the subtlety. I'm not finding that in books anymore, especially new releases. So for me this year, I made it my personal goal to venture out. And I'm telling you, a lot of my favorite reads this year were published prior to like 2015. So this month, October, a lot of those books were older. And surprise, surprise, my favorite ones were the older ones.
I think I've been struggling a lot the later half of this year with reads because we're fast readers. We can knock out a book
Yes.
in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that is normally my monthly wrap ups. I'm like 29 to 30 plus books.
Yep.
Since May, since releasing 10, my standard of books has been so high.
Mm-hmm.
The Onyx Storms, the releasing 10s, that a lot hasn't hit. And so now I'm very quick to DNF a book, or it's hard for me to get into a book. And so what I've been doing to try to get out of that is October was a month of rereads for me. I
Why
reread
not?
a lot of my favorite books. Like the King series by Eris Belmont. I reread that almost monthly. I'm obsessed with that. I recommend it to everybody. It's a dark
She
romance
recommended
book.
it to me. I read it, but
Yes.
I felt betrayed. Guys, here's a little quirk about me. I don't like reading unfinished series because I hate cliffhangers. She didn't tell me. I swear she claims she did. I say no, 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 no. I thought it was a trilogy. And I'm like, Olivia, this is not completed. And she's like, yeah, duh. like, like that's obvious news.
Yeah. So what does it matter?
But it was so good, I felt betrayed because now I have to wait until what, like April? Isn't that when it's gonna come out? Okay.
Maybe
I have
later.
a lot of
I
books
think
I need
because she
to
hasn't
wait
even
for.
started it.
Spring is gonna have lots of releases. Hopefully.
Yeah, she hasn't even started it. So like the King series by Aristotle, I always reread that almost monthly. Pet Genesis by Haley Inez. I reread the entire Hollow series. I reread Her Vicious Beast series by E.P. Bali. Like we'll get into it, but it was a month of rereads. I only had 6 new reads, which is the lowest number of the entire year for me.
Okay, let's talk about the Hollow Boys because I started the Hollow Boys for October.
Yes.
So this is something I've been kind of telling you for a while now. This is a series that I have tried 3 times. Because book 1, it's just it's okay, but it has a very slow start. A very, very slow start. And so like I said, I have attempted book 1 several times. 3rd time was the charm. I did do the audiobook to kind of help. And It did help, definitely. So book 1 was a 3-star, but I have said this before a lot of times in lives and other podcasts. What gets me to continue on in a series is the intrigue for another couple.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the setup for Thatcher and Lyra in that first book was super intriguing because Alistair would make all these comments about them giving each other these really weird eye fucking signals. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. And she's a weird bug girl and he's super clean. That's
Mm-hmm.
intriguing. So that's what kept me going. And then
Yeah.
obviously I did read book 2, which is Rook Van Doren, who you absolutely love. I can totally see it. I loved book 2. I loved Rook and Sage. I loved their relationship. I loved the dynamic. I thought the plot was really good. As of today, I did finish book 4 and I did start book 5. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Well, I've been
So book
working
5
all
is my
week, so I've
second
just been
favorite.
flying through the audiobooks.
Yeah. Book 5 is my second favorite of the series.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to see your thoughts on this. So I did the whole reread. And I
Okay.
still stand by Rook and Sage being my favorite. So book 1 is a 3-star read for me.
That's
Book
how I
2 is a
read.
5-star.
Okay.
Book 3 is a 4-star. Book 4 is a 4-star. And then book 5 is a 5-star for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, from what I've read so far, and I'll talk more for the November wrap up. But obviously book 1 was a 3-star because, like I said, it took me 3 tries, guys, to get through it. I really enjoyed book 2. I think I rated it a 4.5. Book 3 was a 4. Book 4 was a 4.5, and then I'm excited to see what book 5 will be.
So that was your new reread, right?
Yeah.
The Holloway
Well,
series.
one of my new rereads.
One of the new reads.
Yes.
I'll go into my first new read of October, and one of my top picks is The Devil's Doom.
You've been talking about this.
By Layla Fae and Devil's Doom. So this is going to be a trilogy. The third book comes out in December, but I ate the first 2 up, okay? This is a Slavic folklore dark romance where our main female character is a part of this festival, and the gods come down and the devil comes down, and he becomes obsessed with the female main character and wanting to take her soul. And so the whole book is her being like, I love it because he's like, give me your soul. And she's like, why would I do that? And he's like, because I would like give you all the pleasure in the world and like make you mine.
You're selling me on this. You're absolutely.
I would make you
I mean,
mine.
you
But then
sold
he's
me
like,
on the art. Let's drop
he's
this
like,
art, guys, really quick. Look at this art.
Oh my god, so good, so
She
good.
showed me this, and I was like sold instantly. And this is the perfect time of year for this kind of story.
Yes, and he's it's a dark romance. Check your trigger warnings, you guys. He's not a good guy. He's the devil, for God's sake.
Oh,
And
just
he's
a
like,
little side
I feel like
warning. A lot of the dark romances we recommend, they
check your trigger
really,
warnings.
really.
Check your trigger warnings.
Okay, this is not Devil's Night. Check your trigger warnings. This is
No.
like erotic horror.
Yeah.
Check your trigger
If
warnings.
you've been following my BookTok for a long time, you guys know what type of dark romance I read. And this is a dark fantasy romance, okay? He's literally, he tells her at one point, he's like, I could give you all the pleasure in the world, and then like when I'm done with you, I'll take your soul. And she's like, thanks but no thanks. That doesn't sound great.
I think I told you I was gonna get to this right away, but I think since the last book's coming out in December, I'll do it after Nocticadia.
Yeah, I think that's smart because I ate this up, and then I ate this up, and I've recommended this to 2 other people, and they loved it. They were obsessed with it. So if you're big into fantasy, it's heavy in the world building. Okay, it is a Slavic folklore. It's a Slavic folklore.
Yeah, those are some thick
that world building is there.
Okay.
Our female main character is strong. She puts up a fight, you guys. So I love these 2 books. These were probably my top in the top. I can't say top 5. I only read 6 new books. Can't say top. Everything's in top 5 because that's all I read.
If I read like a duet or something, I group it together.
That's true. Yeah. So I would say this is one of my top picks for the month. I loved this series. These were both 5 stars for me.
Okay.
Incredible.
Perfect.
Incredible work. Yeah. How about you? Give me another one of your new reads.
Well, like I told you, I did finish the Taken trilogy. Did you ever finish that one?
I haven't finished it. Isn't
Oh,
that
you gotta
crazy? I
finish
have to
it.
finish it.
It definitely it ends in a way I was not expecting, but I didn't hate it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
guys, this is once again, like I said, this is pitch black. Okay, we are talking non-con. We are talking dub con. We are talking a lot of con. Okay,
Yeah. There's a
and
lot going on there.
so this
And this
takes
is a
place.
book I recommended to
Yeah.
Ashley.
So this was actually one of the first book I read in September, and this was one of my top reads for the month. And I just finished up the trilogy with book 2 and 3 for October. And this is just a story set in 1500 Hungary, and it is about a really evil vampire lord who kidnaps a gypsy girl because he needs her to breed her so that he can like have his son take on his evil work in the future. So like with magic and stuff, that's how he's able to get her pregnant and stuff. He has an evil sister. It's very pitch black, but it was really good.
Yeah.
It's a vampire romance. Of course, it was October. So, like I said, I wrapped up that trilogy, but I mean, if you do not like dubcon non-con, don't even try it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hefty book for sure.
yeah.
It's got heavy themes. But
Yes.
what would you rate that series?
So instead of reading the books separately, this is one of those instances, like I told you earlier, where I'll just kind of group it together. So I
Yeah.
think overall, just because I was so thoroughly entertained and wanting to keep turning the page, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I will eventually finish it, you know. I get distracted in my own little room.
ADHD.
Yeah, such a mood reader. I'm like, actually, I
Yes.
feel like reading an Omegaverse now.
Oh
Or
God, do
something
you
like
know how
that,
many
so.
times I tell her I'm starting that book right now, and then like 3 hours later, oh, so I didn't start that book. I started a different
Seriously?
one instead.
Yep, 100. I'm so on theme with you, to be quite honest. Like, recommend her something, she's like, I'm gonna pick it up now, and then she's like, actually, I started this entirely different book. But I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, so you had the Layla Fae one that you loved. Did
Yes,
you have
loved
any
it.
new reads that were not your favorite?
So I read a book, let me pull up my list here, actually. There were some. This is
He licking your bracelet?
he's biting it. He's trying to eat it. He's trying to eat my Biggs bracelet, you guys.
Bad kitty.
Okay. So I read, and it's not a dark romance. This is a horror story, and it's My Pretty Doll by Love Bite Shorts. I think this is probably my lowest rated. I think I rated it like 2.5 stars. It is a horror story about, very on par for October, about this guy who becomes obsessed with a girl and kidnaps her and turns her into his doll. Literally turns her into a doll. Yeah. So that's that story.
Yeah, I don't know if
It's
I'll check that one out.
I'm not
Maybe
selling
not.
it for you.
Yeah, maybe
So-
I'll skip this one.
because his friend who he met online is telling him about how great his blow up doll is, and he's like, well, I met this one girl who treated me badly, and I'm going to make her pay for treating me badly by kidnapping her and turning her into a doll. That's literally the story, and I was
Was
like,
this written by a man?
I
Using
don't
a
know.
female pen name? Because
don't
I'm
know.
sorry, this screams male loneliness epidemic.
It does.
This
But this is not a love story. It's not a
Oh
romance.
no,
They
I
don't advertise
understand
this
that, but
romance.
I'm just saying, like, are we sure this wasn't written by a man?
I don't know. Because the person who wrote it, Love Bite Shorts, I've read one other story, and I don't even want to get into what that one was about. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm not ready to reveal that.
I think this is gonna be an author I probably will not check out their list. So,
It's like October, a horror book. Okay, perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Sure, let's try
But
it. Well,
I know
you
I've
tried
seen.
it.
I tried
That's
it.
the
It
important.
wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, which says something because I read some dark stuff. It just was not for
This
me.
was just too much for you.
It was just like no purpose. There's no purpose to the story. You know?
Yeah, true.
Like So I think that's what
Well,
lost me. Like,
okay, so I'm happy to say that my lowest rated book wasn't like that. So mine was Fearscape, I think by Nina Campbell. So sorry if I said that
fascinating.
wrong. Okay, so here's the thing. This is
Fascinating.
book 1.
Interesting.
I'm going back because the only
Okay.
reason this was rated so low is because the female main character is 14 for the entirety
Ooh.
of book 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so from what I understand, this is a major gaslighting manipulation series where the male main character is just the ultimate manipulator and has
Okay.
been, he's playing chess, right? He's been moving up,
Mm-hmm.
well, he's been doing it since she was 14 years old. So
Okay.
book 1, she is a freshman in high school, and that's when all this stuff happens to her. And then book 2, I haven't started it yet, but book 2, she's a senior in high school. So
Okay.
some time has passed.
Interesting.
But yeah, so I didn't hate it, but it was really weird for me to read that kind of story about a 14-year-old. Nothing happened though. I want to
Okay.
specify that nothing happened. They did
Yeah.
kiss, but nothing sexual did happen. It took me out that he was so obsessed with a 14-year-old because he was a senior.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
that would. Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
I understand that. Let's go into another one of my top picks of the month, and I'm actually so shocked. It's an Omegaverse. I love Omegaverse
Shocker.
books. Bound to the Beast. This
You in
is
the cartoon cover. What is this?
a Sleeping Beauty retelling, Omegaverse, Dark Omegaverse book.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not dark in the essence of like Devil's Dome dark, right? It's dark of like they have like a little. They're kind of mean to her. It's like a little bully romance, but it's not anything like this, right?
Kind of mean to her.
They're kind of mean.
Is it like kindergarten? He's
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
he's mean to you.
I would DNF that something. But you know when I say mean, I expect like in love with the devil mean type of.
Yeah,
So
true.
that's not this, okay?
Yeah,
this is
that's
like
true.
a regular bully romance, right? Where it's an arranged marriage situation, and it turns out that they're scent mates. Or scent matches? Yeah. So billionaire romance, she meets the pack. One of them is like hesitant. He doesn't want an Omega because he had a bad experience with it, and he's the one who's mean to her, really, because he had a bad experience in the past with the Omega, and he feels like the Omega is going to come in between him and the pack and whatnot. I ate this up. It was the romance between them, and like the slow burn is sweet, which I'm not usually. That's not my vibe, but for
Right.
some reason, it really works for me here. Her storytelling, and her first book, I actually rated it in September because this is a series of retelling. The first one is a Cinderella retelling, and it's called Once Upon a Pack, and that was one of my top picks for September. I feel like this is even better.
Oh, okay.
And I love like the fairy tale retellings, like just.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love retellings. Give me a good retelling any time of the day.
I mean, come on. What happens when the monsters turn out to be your mates? What a great.
Oh, that's
I want to
great.
know. I want to know what happens. Like,
So what did you rate that one?
I actually think it's 5 stars. I think I rated it 5 stars. I can double check right now.
No, that is fun. I really
Because
like that.
I ate it up. It was so good for me. It just hit all the right marks in an Omegaverse for me. I rated it 5 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Well, then
Because I want obsessed MMCs, and
yeah.
I love it, especially when they're like, I don't know why I'm so obsessed. I'm reluctant to be obsessed, but for some reason I can't stay away from this woman.
I can't figure out why. Yeah, I like that too. More than the obvious.
Yes.
Which goes back to a big problem. Because that's another thing. Because here's the thing. As much as I love the yearning and the subtlety, I also love an obsessed alpha hole. However, I like it like how she just described. Like, why is this woman driving me batshit crazy? Why do I need to be around her all the time rather than just looking at a picture going, I must have that woman. Like, it's just weird. But kind of to piggyback off of you, because I don't really read Why Choose. I had a Why Choose. I've finished up the Ruthless Boys series, which
Oh
is a
yeah.
spin-off to Zodiac Academy. I've been trying to reread Zodiac Academy this year. I never finished the series. Basically, I got to the final book, or book 8, and it wasn't the final book. And there were so many fucking POVs, you guys. I couldn't keep track. And I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna take a pause because clearly this series is not finished. I don't know what's going on. We'll revisit it later.
Hmm.
Flash forward, it's later. And I kind of want to do the whole thing. So I went back and I read Ruthless Boys, like I said, which is like a prequel. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I started it in July. I had about 1 or 2 books a month, and I only had the last book for October. But I really liked it. I liked how it ended. Like I've told Olivia, I'm very picky with why choose. It's really hard for me to find one that I like. Okay, this is how do I explain this? I am one of those people where it doesn't sound good to pick up, but once I start reading it, then it's like, oh, okay. Okay, this is really good. But it's like I have to actually be forced to sit down and read it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So just why choose is never something that I run out and do. But the small chances that I do read them, I always love them. So I need to get more into why choose. So I really, really liked Ruthless Boys, and I think overall probably about a 4.5 star for me. I
Okay.
liked all of the guys. Some I definitely liked more than others, but overall, just it's just an added on world building to Solaria
Yeah.
and all that. So just more fun stuff.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I've never read that series, but I'm a Why Choose girly.
Yeah.
I love my Why Choose books. So, um, I like my Omegaverse books. It's so
Right?
interesting our styles, how unique they are, but we're into somewhat similar stuff as well.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
it's
so
crazy.
similar, but we're different too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll go into my next book as well. I only have 2 left. But this one actually might intrigue you. This is a historical romance setting. I think it's a newer book though, but it's set in the historical romance era. And it's called My Dirty Duke by Joanna Shoop. Shoop, am I saying that correctly? This one I rated 4 stars. And it's an age gap romance, okay? And she has a thing for her dad's best friend, who is the Duke.
Ooh. I'm gonna have
And
to
so
add this to my list.
she makes it her mission to kind of seduce him,
Okay.
and like he make him give in to temptation because she can tell, like, so he's like the playboy guy, right? He's known. She actually walks out to the terrace and sees him with another girl, like making out with another girl, and that's when he calls her out. He's like, I know you were there watching me. That's when then she comes out and they
Okay.
have like a whole talk, and she's like trying to get him to like, I know you like me. And he's like, no, because you're my best friend's daughter. Like, no, 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 no. So I thought this was really good, really intriguing. The female main character does give desperate sometimes. That's why it's
Mm,
not a 5 star, which I can't stand.
yeah.
Like, when the female main character is like panting after a man, it does give that at some points. So it gets knocked off a star for me. But I still liked the overall chemistry between the two
Sure.
main
And
characters.
what
So,
time period did this take place during?
hell if I know. Not today. Historical is what I know.
Well,
Fancy dress era.
that
Pride
oh,
and
so
Prejudice.
speaking of historical, this has definitely been historical romance year for me. I have been enjoying the hell out of historical romances this year. We did talk a little bit about this in our episode earlier this week, but funny enough, how we both got into reading romance books was historical. She was watching Bridgerton, I was watching
Yeah.
Outlander, and we both were like, oh, well, I need to read these books. And then
Yeah.
go from there. And so for me, I had read Outlander and then I read a few other historicals. And then that's when I was like, okay, now I'm going to try the contemporary. But historical romances was how I started reading romances. And so
Yeah.
I've just been reading so many. And so the last 3 books that I have on my list are all historical as well.
Fascinating. Give
Hmm.
it to me. What do we have here?
Okay, so first we have Necromance, and this was a gothic historical romance. So
Okay.
she was a witch, but more like like her only powers had to do with the supernatural, like communicating with them and stuff like that. So I think this was the late 1800s, and she is hired to go cleanse a castle that's haunted for the new owners and everything. And there she discovers the male main character who has been trapped in a painting. And the rest of
Oh,
the castle is really haunted and stuff like that. And it was really, really good. Like, this was perfect, perfect October, November vibes. I say October and
sounds
November
like
because
it.
I think November is great for gothic romances. Like, especially you just watched Frankenstein and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
this is the month
Oh,
to
so
be
good.
reading Dark Castles and all of that stuff. So
BookTok girlies.
I really, really enjoyed this one. And you could really feel the chemistry from the characters. I really felt like there
Okay.
was yearning in this story. And then so I think I rated this one a 4.5, maybe 4.25. And then I read Seven Nights in a Rogue's Bed, which was really, really good. This was like a Beauty and the Beast retelling where the male main
Oh,
character is scarred. He's literally scarred, like his evil cousin or whatever, like scratched up his face and stuff with knives when they were kids, and he is
okay.
just basically hideous and stuff. So she is sent to spend the week with him. She basically took over for her. So her sister lost a lot of money in like a poker bet or something. Her sister is married to his cousin, the cousin that scratched him up. So
Okay.
basically, in order to get her money back, her sister says, well, I'll spend the week with you. Well, then her sister is like, no, no, you're married. I'll go do it for you. Obviously, they fall in love and stuff. And like I said, you get that Beauty and the Beast. He doesn't think he deserves to be loved. So
Yeah.
just very, very sweet. And then this is so weird. Do you ever have a top read and you're like, no one else is going to like this book? I don't even know why
Oh,
I like this book.
oh yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I'm like, I should not like this book. Yeah, but I do.
Yeah, okay, so this is my top read for October. Breath of Magic, Teresa Medeiros. This was
Never heard of
published in
this.
1996. So this is a time-traveling romance about a Puritan witch who from the 1600s who is about to be burned, and she ends up in 1990s New York. So obviously things have not aged well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes place in 90s New York, so of course there's a certain name that's dropped several times, like nothing.
Oh. Oh. Whoopsie.
hmm hmm But oddly enough, minus all those things, I loved the hell out of this story. So,
Okay.
like I said, she was a Puritan witch and she ended up in the 90s after trying to escape that. And she literally ends up into the arms of a billionaire. And at the time that this happens, he was actually trying to prove magic exists. Like, he offered $1 million reward. If you can prove magic exists, I'll give you $1 million. And she literally like poofs out of the air on a broom. So it was just
Give me
really
my
good.
money.
But like the chemistry. I even read the second book. The second book I finished for this month, but it was about their daughter. But it was definitely,
Oh.
like I said, it was published in the 90s. A lot of stuff has not aged well, but I
Surprise.
loved the fuck out of this book. I
Not
loved it.
surprised.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I shouldn't have. But you know what? Reading is subjective, and that is exactly what this was.
Yeah. Going back to the scarred MMCs, because this has one of the alphas was in a fire when he was younger and is scarred and like wears a mask.
I eat up the
And of course
scarred
he's the biggest
MMC.
softie out of all of them. He's the biggest softie. Out of
I
all.
eat up the scarred MMC
Yes, me too. Me too.
every single
And
time.
so when you were telling about the retelling of the Beauty and the Beast, we both had like fairy tale retellings. We'll get into my final book of the month, which is so funny because it's a book you've read and you did not like.
Yep.
And I rated it 4 stars. It's If You Dare by Harmony West. I really enjoyed this book. It's a bully romance where she's best friends with his sister. All my cats are just go ahead and sit on that keyboard. That's totally fine.
Guys, these are our guest stars.
Oh my god.
Every
Hold
witch
on,
needs a
he
cat,
muted you.
right?
He muted you. He literally hit the mute button.
Wow. Wow. Let's see if I treat you at all.
I'm dead at this. Look at this guy. Anyway, she's best friends with his sister, And then they both end up drinking, and there's a car wreck, and his sister dies. He blames her,
Mhm.
and so he then decides to make her life a living hell. Big miscommunication stuff. I really liked it because I thought the chemistry worked between the two. 4 stars because once again at a certain point the female main character does give ooh desperate, which automatically knocks a star down for me. But as a bully romance, I'm very picky with my bully romances.
As
I
my
still think this worked really well because he's an actual bully. He
yeah.
really does make her life a living hell. I am not. If I'm reading a bully romance, I'm sorry, throwing food on her, calling her piggy or a bitch or whore. That's for me. That's child's play. Okay, like that's not a
Yeah.
bully's romance. That's
Well,
high school.
and see, I think, like I told you, I do not remember a lot about this book because I think I read
Yeah.
it 2 years ago. I read this literally at a time where I think I had read 4 bully hockey romances that week. And it
Mm-hmm.
was just my least favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was just one of those unfortunate instances, and I think as romance readers, we're all guilty of this, is just when you are into a certain trope, you kind of want to just keep binging that trope. And then
Yes.
you get to a
Yes.
point where it's like, "Oh, okay, I'm not enjoying this anymore."
You're burnt out for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think that's
I've not
exactly
reached
what the
that with
case was
Omegaverse
for
yet,
that for
but
me.
yeah, I've not reached that with Omegaverse yet, but because I read a lot of Omegaverse, but I also DNF a lot.
Mhm.
I if I counted my, do you count your DNFs? How many you
I
DNF
don't.
us?
I don't. I've
I
had
don't
so
either.
many people because, like I said, I do reading wrap ups normally on my other channel, and I will have people that say, "You don't talk about the books you DNF." I DNF so many times, you
I
guys, that it
DNF
would
so
actually
much.
be more than the books that I've read.
Agreed. Agreed. Um, I actually DNF'd this book. Um, and I did do a review on it because I just liked it so much. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and it's branded by Saffron A. Kent. And I love a good. I absolutely hate it when the premise is so good, but the execution is trash.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that bothers me so much. And here you have pen pals. Okay, in prison, she is his pen pal in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets out of prison and decides to stalk her. Great premise.
Great.
Oh, fantastic premise.
Yep.
Okay. It starts off immediately with her. It's a college thing where she's been assigned to write someone in prison, to be a pen pal,
Mm-hmm.
and she first letter she gives him her whole life story, and he writes back and he's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't talk to me. I'm done with you." And then she writes back to him and is like, "Wow, that's real mean. Like if you're not gonna be nice to me, I'm gonna find someone else to be my pen pal." I was like, and then he doesn't respond. So she writes back to him and was like, "I tried to find a new pen pal. No one wanted to be my pen pal, so I have to keep writing to you."
That's really that's I don't want to read about that kind of female main character. I just don't. I'm sorry.
I was
That gives
like,
me such secondhand embarrassment.
girl, get up off the floor. Girl, like,
You know how many times I am reading a book and a guy screws up and I'm like, what are you doing?
yes.
Do you know how many times I have
a little
DNF'd?
bit.
I will be 70% through a book and she just forgives like that. I'm like, okay, we're done here.
Me too.
We're
Me too.
done
100%.
here. You have no
100%.
respect for yourself.
That's it. Like, at least make him beg a little bit. Like, if you're so, I'm sorry, but if you're giving pathetic, and why as a reader would I have any
And
respect for you?
this is why I go back to I want yearning. I want
Yes.
the Will Graysons and the Huey Biggs of the world, okay?
Yeah.
And we're not getting that.
Well, even in like a bully romance, he's supposed. Okay, so why is he rude to her in the first letter? Number one, and then you want me to believe that he's obsessed with her when he gets out of prison?
So this is I know
What?
it's on your 10 to the end. Punk 57 is a bully
Yeah.
pen pal romance.
Mm-hmm.
And it works because the reason he bullies her is because to him she's nothing like her letters made her out to be. She's everything
Okay.
she told him she hates. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Whoa. Okay, so you're totally fake."
Oh, I didn't even tell you the worst part about this book. You guys know me. I'm going to be honest. If I don't like a book, I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to come on here and fake rate a book
We don't
to
give
be in the
fake
author's
reviews
good
here,
graces.
okay?
No. She is also pretending to be her best friend, who is skinny, blonde, and beautiful while she is heavier. And so when he gets out of prison, he thinks that the blonde skinny girl is who she is, right? Um, and then she's upset when he's like, "You mischaracterized yourself."
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Yeah.
Just
I don't like
no.
that body image shit.
No.
Like, of course,
No.
yeah,
Just
no, no, no,
no. We're not gonna do no.
no, no.
No,
So I
because here's the
definitely
thing.
don't like that.
Clearly, I am not the thinnest person in the world. If I am reading a book with a female main character who is heavier, I don't want any of that. Where
Yeah.
she's pretending
Yes.
like that. How does that make me feel first?
Exactly.
Like I love
I'm
it
just
when
trying to do positive
when
body
you're reading a
positivity.
book where the man is empowering you because of your size.
Yeah.
That's what I want. When
Yeah.
instead you're no, it brings me back PTSD to my own inner demons. So
It's not body positivity to me.
no, it's not.
If
It's
you want to write a book
absolutely
saying
not.
it's body positivity, but she's pretending to be her skinny blonde best friend, no, that doesn't work
No.
for me.
That's no, and like I said, that's so triggering to me. I've always
So
been the short, stumpy brunette with the tall, blonde best friend. Like I don't want to read that in a book.
No. So that is one that I do remember. Normally, I don't remember my DNFs, but that infuriated me because I was so excited for it. I got an arc for it because I asked for one on NatGalley, and I was like, "Oh my god, this sounds so good,"
Yeah.
and I was so disappointed.
Execution just yeah. And I feel like this is what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Premise for so many books. Great. Oh my god, I need this. Execution. What are we doing here?
Yeah. So October was a rough month for me. Like I said, I did a lot of rereads, just going back to stuff that I know I'm going to enjoy.
Well, and simping over Will Grayson takes about 2 weeks of our life,
true.
you know.
That's true.
A lot
That's
of
true.
focus.
Yeah.
Well, Penelope didn't give him the attention that he deserved, so we, as readers,
we have to do it.
We have to make up for that. I love you, Penelope, but you stiffed my boy in this series. You really did.
Will deserve better. My boy deserved better for sure.
Guys, seriously, go check out that tier ranking. That tier ranking is for the Will and Emery fans. Okay.
For sure. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to give a shout out because it does come out on Friday, November 7th. BookTok girlies, BookTube girlies need to be watching Frankenstein. Especially dark academia, dark romance.
I saw the trailer, and so I knew this was coming to Netflix, and so when she told me she saw it in theaters, I was like, oh my god, is it good? I am so excited. I've been talking, guys, I want to watch Dracula. Dracula is going to be coming to the US in theaters in February. I'm probably going to watch it online because it looks so good. So Dracula, Frankenstein, guys, like I said, November is dark, creepy castles. That's our book club pick of the month.
Yeah, but also it's like that. I feel like it's like a monster, romance-esque. Like the yearning, the it's just so good.
I'm so excited.
Watch it.
That's what I'll be doing Friday. That is what I will be doing.
I'm so
now if I
can't
can
wait
kick
to
my family out of the house. You guys have plans?
You guys gotta go trick or treating. Oh, Halloween was last week. Go again.
Oh, well, one will be at a sleepover. If I can get rid of the other two.
We'll come up with a plan.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we should make this a Discord movie night.
You guys, you heard it here first. We'll have to plan that ASAP since that's in 48 hours. After we're done filming, we'll get on the Discord and talk to everybody.
Yeah, for sure. But overall, how would you rank your October book-wise?
October, I feel like was better for me than for you.
Yeah.
I feel like it was better than September's reads. I'm so those historical romances were just, oh my god, so good. Huh. And of course, right now I'm reading more historical romances. So, and I think a new Bridgerton teaser was posted today.
Oh, okay. I don't watch like teasers because I like to go into things pretty blind.
But we're getting closer.
We are.
We're getting.
This is the season. 'Tis the season, you guys, for sure. But let us know, how was your October? Are you still struggling? A lot of us are boys of Tom and girlies, and it's just been hard to get those vibes, I feel like, to get that
This
that
sounds
feeling in a
so
book.
corny, but I want to feel butterflies in my tummy when I'm reading a
Yeah.
romance, and I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did when I read that 1990s one. Like I said, this was one of those books that just took me by surprise. This was the one that I was binging until 4:30 in the morning, and then playlists were dropped and everybody was spiraling, and then I had to wake up for a football game, and I'm like, what's going on?
That was this for me, man. I ate the oh god. You guys, if you were into dark fantasy folklore books,
Yep, that's
check it out,
definitely
man.
going on my list as soon as Nocticadia and Fourth Wing is tackled.
Yeah. So if you guys are not part of the Discord, we are reading Nocticadia and Fourth Wing for the month of November. How exciting!
We are going to plan a watch party for Wicked, and I guess we'll plan another watch party for Frankenstein. So we just, like we said, we have so much fun stuff going over on the Discord.
Yeah.
It is a party over there.
It really is. I'm very excited for it. So
Yeah. But
okay,
now
guys,
that we
I hope
are
you enjoyed this.
basically starting with bonus episodes, let us know what kind of stuff you want to see from us.
Yes.
Because these
Yeah.
bonus episodes, they'll be kind of little shorter ones that will pop in, you know, but just let us know what you guys want to see. If there are
And
any
drop
other
your top reads
series,
for the month too.
yeah, we
I
want
want
to
to see
know.
comments. I want to know.
Yeah, like I said,
Did you
this
read
has
it? Did
been
you like
hard
it?
for
Let us
me
know.
to find new releases that I like, and if you have been reading some new releases that you love, tell us all about them.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us for our October reading wrap up. We will see you guys on Monday as well for our next episode, which we are doing. What is our Monday episode? It is our
Thor
and Viper,
and
yeah?
the Viper. We have a very special episode. Oh, and if this is posted early, this bonus episode early like we planned, then you guys will actually see us tonight in our live.
Yes,
So
that's true as well. So we will see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, guys.
bye.